Principles of Sports Nutrition.
Originally conceived in 1983 by Dr. Elliot D. Bravenel, a U.S. medical doctor specializing in weight management, this system of body type classification classifies each individual according to how their body chemistry is dominated by one of four major endocrine glands, including the pituitary, the adrenals, the thyroid, and in females only, the gonads, or in this case, their ovaries. The body type diet introduced the concept of body type dieting. Bravenel was convinced that because people were different, they needed different diets to achieve their individual health and fitness objectives. The answers to questions such as, why do I gain weight so easily, or why can't I lose weight without a struggle, were revealed by studying the body itself and by acknowledging specific genetic differences in metabolism, gland dominance, and cell biochemistry. Unlike most conventional doctors, Bravenel felt that it was very important to determine the body type of his patient first before recommending any strategy. Each of the four types he came up with is encouraged to avoid or restrict certain foods which stimulate their dominant gland and to eat foods which strengthen and support their less active glands. The strategy is believed to balance the chemistry of the body and positively affect the metabolism. So here's the basic theme. Different foods actually stimulate different glands to become more active, causing them to produce more hormones. This stimulation is thought to be food craving specific, so by identifying one's cravings, along with observing the body's physical characteristics, as in the visual body shape, like an endo, ecto, and a meso, one could identify the dominant gland and then restrict the foods which set up craving cycles and food addiction. After decades of observation, real-life observation, and working with patients as a real-life physician, Bravenel was convinced that people who rely on the energy of their dominant gland tend to overeat foods that stimulate that gland. He discovered that the diversity of what people crave is one of the most important clues to why it is necessary to design different diets for different body types. Uniqueness of craving reveals metabolic imbalance, micronutrient deficiency, and susceptibility to disease. Specificity of craving also ties in with the affinity of accumulating body fat in all the wrong places, and he should know because he worked very, very closely with patients who were struggling with not being able to lose body fat and not knowing why, and he came up with a observation evidence-based paradigm that has been very, very useful for thousands of people. Glandular dominance is considered inborn and genetically predetermined. We are what we are. By closely observing one's physical characteristics, it's possible to determine if a person is dominated by the gonads or the ovaries, adrenals, thyroid, or the pituitary gland. In his book, in Bravenel's book, Body Type Diet and Lifetime Nutrition Plan, there's a checklist that you can go through for both men and women, and this will help you determine what your dominant gland is. Getting to know who and what you are is what body type assessment is all about.